Okay, I think this is going. Yeah, looks like it's going. So last budget brewski beer off in Spain. Here's our 4 candidates. We're gonna have 4 today because I got this is the last day in Spain, so I got to get rid of these babies. These are all less than 50 cents a can, so that's pretty interesting. The Skull, I think, was like 28. The Steinberg Toasted was 32, I believe. The Cerveza, and that's the name of a Cerveza, it was like 23 or 24, and the Steinberg Negra, which is a dark, was I think 36. So, you know, very inexpensive beers here in Spain, and actually usually not too bad. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to pour them one at a time into our glasses here. Let me see if I can set this down and do this somewhat. So I'm going to take the Skull, will be our first candidate. Pour that down the side and see if we get a little, yeah, pretty good little head going on there. And actually I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it back in the water. That's what this little thing was, is to keep things cool. So I'm going to actually, because it's so hot, I'm going to try these out one at a time instead of pouring them in a glass and trying. So not a bad head, pretty good color, looks definitely light, that's for sure. See what we got here. Not bad. Again, that was a Skull. This is, see, they usually have the alcohol. 4.6% alcohol, and it's considered a Pilsner. So that was a Skull. Actually pretty decent. Next one up is the Steinberg Tostada. Let me see where I got that baby. And tostada means it's just been lightly, the grain was lightly toasted. It doesn't really darken it up too much. This is a lager. Alcohol content a little heavier, 6.6. So let's see what this baby brings to the table. Whoa. Knock myself down. Let's do that again. Okay, you ready? Okay, here we go. Well, it's got a heck of a head. So we're going to put the tostada back in the water for a minute. Wow, that looks good. Actually smells good. It smells sort of caramely. Definitely have, as you can see, way more color, but still not a dark, just tostada. More body. Pretty good flavor. Sort of caramely. In fact, yeah, just a tad bit sweet. Maybe the roasting brought that out. And the next one is our world famous Cerveza. And this is a Pilsner, well, a lager Pilsner there, one and the same. Alcohol content is 5.6%, so a little lighter than this and heavier than this. Let's see what we have here. Try not to knock over the camera this time. A little bit more there. So again, well, almost as dark as the toasted, way darker than this. So let's give this baby pretty nice head. A little hoppy, yeah. Definitely taste the hops. Not bad. Put the Cerveza back in the little cooler here. Okay, and here's the Steinberg Negra. So it won't be a stout. I guess I would compare these to a porter as far as their color, but typically not brewed like a porter. And this is the heaviest in alcohol. This is 7.2. So pretty good kick for your change, pocket change. And this should definitely have more color to it. So let's get this baby over here. Oh yeah. Usually the head's a little more thicker, a little more. Usually has more. Definitely has more body to it normally. Cool. No hints of chocolate, not too much. Maybe, and some coffee. Pretty good flavor. Right now, I'm going to say we're going to have a taste of these two. This two Steinbergs. Definitely better than the other two. Again, like I said, the two highest in alcohol, not that that's really important. Usually have an olive here to knock down the taste between the two. I've been hooked on the olive since we came to Spain. Very good. Great thing to have while you're having a cold beer. So, let's give the Steinberg Tostada another shot. It's not bad. Another olive to knock out the flavor a little bit. As you can see, the heads on these don't last very long. The Belgian beer that I had just recently, the head stays on almost for the entire time you're drinking it. So the tostada was good. Another shot of the Negra, or the dark. I guess I would call that one on which one the temperature. As far as it's a pretty hot day, and actually the tostada is a little bit more refreshing, but the Negra has more flavor and a little bit more body. So I'm going to call this a draw. And since it's a draw, they both get time in the big goblet. So put the tostada in first. There's actually quite a bit of beer in these little guys. They're not quite as big as the 12 ounces. They're 33. I guess what they call demiliters or whatever. So a third of a liter. So finish off the Steinberg tostada. Get this back in the photo. Get the big glass. Pretty tasty. I would buy a case of that, 6-pack, not a problem at all. Take it down to the beach. Not bad. Okay, I know this is something you shouldn't do, but I'm not going to go rinse the glass out. And the dark has enough body to it. It'll hold its own against that little bit of tostada. But see the, wow, that's interesting. See, the tostada headed up again where this didn't. So, again, another budget brewski beer off. Last one here in Spain for this trip. Going to be back in Portugal tomorrow evening, and we'll continue on with what brews we can find there. We've done a lot of them already, so hopefully we can find some new ones. I wish I could have brought a ton of stuff from Belgium, but they wouldn't let us take them on the airplane. I got only 4 bottles on the airplane, and it was good, but you know, so much for bringing home the best beer in the world. So, cheers. Catch you guys later. Have a good day. Ciao.